In this video, I'm going to talk about how to beat out other Fiverr sellers. If you are new to freelancing on Fiverr, if you've been on it for a couple years and you want a competitive edge when it comes to the other people and freelancers on there, I'm going to cover what you should do in 5 steps in this video. Real quick, a little bit about me. I've been freelancing for nearly a decade after I quit my corporate job when I was 21 years old. Didn't know what I was going to do. Found my way onto Fiverr, tried out a bunch of side hustles, and freelance writing is what really took off for me. I actually wrote a book about it called Freelance Your Way to Freedom, and I am currently still freelancing on Fiverr. I'm not doing it at the same level I was because I am also in the process. I just bought some land and launching a farming conservation brand because I'm a crazy person, but I do still freelance and answer people on Fiverr. I actually paused my gigs this summer and I reactivated them 2 months ago, so I have fresh experience being brand new on there and getting your gigs to get back into the algorithm, especially if they've fallen out. If you've ever gone on vacation or turned your gigs off, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, here's 5 different ways to beat out other freelancers on Fiverr. Number 1, offer 24-hour turnaround for all of your gigs. When people are hiring freelancers, the number 1 reason they are doing it is because they are short on time themselves. If they had all the time in the world, they would probably do the skill that they're going to hire you to do for them. They might teach themselves, they might just figure it out. If they're not a great writer, they might just stumble through it for the next 4 days. The problem is they don't have those 4 days, and that is why they are hiring freelancers. That's the number 1 reason they're hiring freelancers, which is why offering fast turnaround will instantly help you distinguish yourself against the competition, trust me. That means having 24-hour turnaround turned on for all of your gigs, obviously for a fee, so you're getting paid for it. So I always loved when people would book 24-hour turnaround because it was like a free $25, $50 for doing the same work I would have already been doing anyway. And especially if you're brand new on Fiverr, I highly recommend having a 2-day turnaround turned on your gigs on your basic package. Remember, it can go from basic to standard to premium. Your basic gig should have a 2-day turnaround on it because if people can filter for that when they go onto Fiverr, so they could turn on the 2-day feature and they are looking for somebody who can get them their work in 48 hours. If you're sitting there going, I absolutely can't do whatever it is I do in 48 hours, get creative and come up with an intro package to whatever it is that can be done in 48 hours. So for example, obviously you can't build a website in 2 days, but maybe you could offer some type of package where you audit their current website or come up with an outline or a plan or a wireframe for their future website with you in 2 days. Second thing you're gonna do is prioritize eye-catching imagery. People are so weary of accidentally hiring impersonators. There's so many different people using AI, not in a good way, to impersonate people or convince someone that they're a real human being when they're not. I don't know about you, but I can tell if it's an AI image, so I cannot stress enough using photos of yourself all over your gigs. Even if you think, why do people need to see what I look like if they're gonna hire me? The most important thing here is that you're gonna establish trust with them. Once you have the photos all set, I do recommend having one professional shoot. This is the only time I actually tell people you might need to spend money on your freelancing business. The only time, if you're gonna do it, invest in professional imagery. Once you have all those photos at your disposal, the next most important thing in the imagery category is your portfolio, how you're gonna showcase your work so people can look it over and know if they wanna trust you or not. The presentation of your portfolio is very important. It communicates to people if you're serious about what you're doing, if you're a professional or not. Luckily, you don't have to spend days coding a website anymore to come up with your portfolio. There are tools that use AI at your disposal like Tome. Tome is an AI-powered storytelling tool that helps you bring your ideas and qualifications to life. Since we all know a portfolio is the story behind your freelancing business and why people should decide if they want to work with you or not, it's incredibly important to take your portfolio seriously. I cannot stress that enough. Tome allows freelancers to present their qualifications and offerings to clients in an easy way, all powered by AI through their live dynamic format. Tome can be used for portfolios, project updates, and other freelancing branding materials so your online business looks as professional as possible. Record narration, embed websites, peruse Tome templates to help you get started instantly without having to worry about design requirements and coding. Plus, it's super easy and fast to use, so you can scale up your business in just a single day. Use Tome's AI as a collaborative assistant and thought partner that 100 times your productivity. I am using AI in the entire back end of my freelancing business right now, and it's allowed me to reel in my team so I can focus on important projects and automate the rest. This is one of those examples. Check out Tome's portfolio building AI tool today. Link is in the video description. The third thing you're going to do to beat out other sellers on Fiverr is you are going to access all of the different resources that Fiverr wants you to access. Because remember, they are running a business at the end of the day, so they are going to offer priority to people who are investing in their services or playing along with whatever game it is they want you to play along with. So for example, what do I mean by that? Taking the Fiverr tests, which show up on your profile, filling out your profile fully, meaning uploading samples of your work directly into your profile, taking Fiverr courses. They have a Fiverr Learn portal. If I had to guess, they're probably prioritizing freelancers that are investing in their educational resources and not somebody else's. There are so many different Fiverr products and tools out there that they want you to use now. The more you use, I have to guess, the more highly ranked your profile is going to be in their algorithm. So definitely don't skimp out on them, and do not rush setting up your profile on Fiverr, because again, between the imagery and the presentation of it, this is how you build trust with clients. This is how they know that you're a real breathing human being. You're not some AI bot halfway across the world. The fourth thing you're gonna do to be competitive in the beginning, this makes people groan, I did this and it worked. You're going to offer below market rate prices for your gigs. Why are you going to do this? Well, first of all, it's gonna give you an obvious competitive advantage. People are looking to save money when they're hiring different freelancers. If you're brand new on the site and you don't necessarily know what you're doing in the very beginning, this might be a good thing, because the lower your rate, the client will then know what to expect from you. So if you come right out charging a huge amount of money, your client's gonna expect a whole slew of different things from you that you might not necessarily know yet, or you might not understand freelancing etiquette yet if you're brand new. Charging below market rate.
Our prices have never been lower.
Son, you have to talk louder.
Never been lower.
Louder, son!
Bud Liquor! Our prices have never been lower!
You're not gonna have to do this forever. So people complain about this to me. They're like, well, how the heck am I supposed to make a living if I'm not charging what I'm worth? First of all, who says you're worth more than that in the beginning? Really, at the end of the day, your worth is determined by the social proof, meaning the testimonials, the reviews, different people vouching for your services and what you're worth is what will then make you worth that in the future. So in the very beginning, charging lower rates to accumulate the testimonials and the reviews is critical. Honestly, I promise you, you're only gonna have to do this, I would say, for 6 months before you can raise your rates and have them be where you want them to be. So what is 6 months in the scheme of life? It's not that bad. Everything worth having in this lifetime takes a little work, trust me. In the very beginning, you guys, I had to freelance for $5 per service, because Fiverr was actually based on $5 back in 2015. You kids now, you don't even know what that's like. You can start at 15, 20, 25. I was out here charging $5 to be competitive and get the reviews, and it worked. And now I have almost 10,000 reviews on my profile, which makes it kind of fail-proof in the end. The fifth thing you're gonna do to get a competitive advantage on other sellers on Fiverr is you're gonna offer bundled price deals. I came up with this in the beginning when I started freelancing, and I still do it. You're gonna take whatever it is you sell and offer a bundled package to clients in your inbox. So if they're like, I might hire you, I might not, this is how you're really gonna reel them in. If they're buying blogs from you, you're gonna say, hey, you know what? If you get 4 blogs, I'm only gonna charge you for 3 of them. So you're essentially gonna get a 4th blog free if you go ahead with this package instead of just purchasing one standalone blog from me. I would have so many people take me up on this offer. So if my order was gonna be $100, it's now $300. It's not $400, because you would say I lost $100, but I don't see it that way. If they were only going to spend $100 and they're now spending $300, I see it as I convinced them to spend $200 more than they were already going to spend. It's also easier for you because you already need to take the time to get to know their business, their services, their industry. So once you're done with that research, it's easier then for you to churn out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blogs, websites, graphics, whatever it is, than it is to just do one standalone project all day long. That's actually harder on your brain. So if you find a client that wants to work with you, I highly encourage you to offer them these bundled deals, or be willing to negotiate with them in your inbox, because I can promise you they are messaging at least 10 other people at that time. So when they find their way into my inbox, I answer them quickly. I offer them price discounts. I offer them bundled deals. I offer them quick turnaround. And most of the time they're like, well, I can't really say no to this.
Shut up and take my money.
Because this woman is eager to work on this. She can get it done quickly for me, and the rate isn't too bad. So that's the secret sauce right there, on top of course, having the social proof presented in your portfolio, having the imagery that shows that you are a real human being, because in 2023, it's very different from 2015 in that with the AI, with the bots, with all of that, there are a lot of impersonations, a lot of people lying online. So you really, really want to make sure you establish trust as quickly as possible with the clients. I believe there's still a lot of money to be made in the world of freelancing, even with the arrival of a ChatGPT. I am still freelance writing on Fiverr. I'm still making money doing it, so I can personally vouch for it and tell you that there is money flowing around Fiverr. There are people still hiring freelancers because at the end of the day, I don't really think you can compete with working with another live, breathing human being who can take your ideas and put them into something instead of just working with a robot or an AI tool. That being said, if you're a freelancer, you can also use AI in your services and tell your clients you are using AI. I think AI can work complementary, symbiotically, however it is, but I still have work on Fiverr, so don't be scared. I'm gonna link below to my book that I wrote on this whole process. I expand on it much further if you want more details related to this. I also have so many other videos covering it, and be sure to check out Tome's AI tool I'm gonna link to below, so be sure to go check it out and let me know if you guys have any questions. With that, stay tuned for more freelancing content and farmpreneur content, because yes, I would rather spend more time outside than indoors. I am happiest when I'm sleeping under the stars, so I went and bought 6.74 acres of farmland in upstate New York. If you ask why upstate New York, I'm from there. I'm familiar with the flora and the fauna. It's a lot of F's. Flora, fauna, freelancing, Fiverr, farmpreneur, Fasulo. I don't know. Fairy, we'll leave it there. Bye, guys.